Welcome to a fired up live stream. I'm Rich Maliki with
Me?
me.
With Elisa Z.
Yeah, good morning. Good morning, almost afternoon. We're fired up on a Thursday.
We are, and Quentin is
Plenty to talk about as per usual, Lisa.
Oh, really?
Plenty.
Because you usually have a lot to talk about.
Woo! Always stuff to talk about. Always things going down.
Taz, you weren't first. Quentin was first.
Yep, Taz, what's going on? I don't know. But listen, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? If you're here with us, jump in the comments. Let us know what you're fired up about. I want to know what's got you going today. What's got you going?
Can I just do something real quick?
Let's get them fired up.
All right, I have a soundboard now. This is going to be dangerous.
We have a soundboard. We're rocking and rolling. I can't hear the sounds. Lisa can, which is interesting.
And dangerous for Rich Maliki, because as he's talking, I'm just going to put some crazy sounds in there.
Yeah, that's fun. It's fun. Facebook user here. Hi, how are you? Got my Kason Industries tape measure.
Quentin says, "Oh Lord, he's ready for it."
You ready? All right. What are we talking about today, Lise? We got things to talk about. Lots of stuff going down in this industry and in the world in general. The whole world is really just wild, and the industries itself is wild. We've talked about these things before. So yesterday they released that Smart Care purchased or acquired Horizon Bradco. It's pretty big.
It's very big.
Happy little Friday from somebody on Facebook. Thank you. Vin, New Jersey. What's up, New York? Yeah, so interestingly, continued mergers, acquisitions are happening. It's continuing. You know, I talk with people behind the scenes all the time. It's like this whole industry is going to be one big merger. I mean, it's interesting to see, and it's not. I don't think it's anything that you would say like I can't believe this is happening, because we're pretty much in the shift. We're in a generational shift right now. We are in a generational shift when you look at it from the standpoint of these small businesses, even companies like mine. If these companies don't have kids that grew up in the business, I guess, or that maybe have come into the business at some point and said, "Hey, mom, dad, whoever owns, I want it." What else is there to do? You sell it. You got to sell. I mean, you can't just sit on this. My dad is just turned 71 last week, I think, and if I wasn't here and my sister wasn't here and we didn't, and I didn't have my own blood, sweat, and tears in this thing over the last decade or so, I'm sure he would have put this on the market, because people call and reach out every week. My father used to get that, and now I get it. I get emails every single week of companies reaching out, private equity, different companies. We have a client that's interested, and listen, that is flattering. It's great. But you're calling the wrong guy. I am not going anywhere. So I waited my whole life to be here at this moment. So you're probably 20 years or so way too early for me. I got another couple decades to make my mark and to do my thing. And then this company is going to be worth something. It's not going to be cheap to get Maliki Parsons service.
Quentin says, "Please never sell out."
Quentin, I have no intention, nothing on the horizon, nothing on my mind to ever want to sell this family business that I do plan on growing. And I'll put it out there in the world. By 2031, 80 technicians across the tri-state area. And we're going to do it low and slow.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
I plan on New York, New Jersey, whatever, Connecticut, whatever you want to call the tri-state area. I want to own this area. That's kind of what our goals and focuses are right now. And we're going to be releasing some pretty cool information, some big news, probably in the next month, within the next 30 days, I hope. And it's going to be some jaws dropping, I think. It's going to be cool.
Taz he wants to know, would you sell for 3 Scooby snacks?
If those 3 Scooby snacks were followed by a lot of zeros, probably. And listen, everybody has a price, right? Um, I'm sure I see companies that have, you know, been bought out, merged, acquired, whatever, that have literally sat across the table from me and said, "We'll never sell to them, or we'll never sell to," and it happened. You know, listen, everyone has a price, and there's this industry is tough. This takes a toll on you, physically, emotionally, mentally, everything. I mean, it takes a lot every single day to get behind the service manager's desk, to get behind all these desks, to get behind the wheel and get in the trucks and the technician. It takes a toll. And how long can you endure it? I mean, I saw my dad here. I mean, he's a built like a bull. I mean, he's a rock. But when you look at the mental fortitude that it takes to keep going into your 50s, into your 60s, I mean, I saw him slowly say, "You just handle a kid. You just handle a kid. You just handle a kid." Like, he didn't. It's not that he didn't care, still love. He just couldn't deal with the day to day anymore. It was getting too much. He did it for 30 years. There's a point where you got to say, listen, if the next generation, if my kids, my nephews, my son, whoever, if they don't want it, I have to move on. I have to sail off into the sunset and take my golden years, live my 60s, 70s, 80s. It's a lot of time. There's a lot of time ahead when you're 60.
There is.
People are, oh, you're 60, you're old. 60 is the new 40. I mean, we're living longer. 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s. If you're healthy, I see there's healthy people walking around out here in their 70s and 80s still rocking.
I brought it up the other day. I'm so proud of my mom, who is 62. She just started a brand new job at a new school. She's a teacher.
It's amazing.
And she wasn't afraid to just start, because there's so much
Yeah.
left to life.
There's so much left. I mean, when you look at it quarter wise, Lisa, you literally just started the second quarter of your life. If you're looking at
Yeah.
that, breaking into quarters, I'm still in the second quarter. I don't get to the third quarter until I turn 50, into my 50s, right?
Yeah.
So when you look at it from that perspective, it's not even halftime yet over here.
Mm-mm.
We're still in the first half. Same thing. I mean, the third quarter, we have this. There's a lot of time ahead. So I understand where a lot of these companies and the men and women that are running and owning these companies, the decisions they're making, especially if they're getting to that point and no one's coming in to take it. So you're seeing consolidation, you're seeing mergers, you're seeing acquisitions. And I say to you, or ask you, what does the service industry look like in 10 years or 5 years or by the end of this year? I mean, small service companies, are out there. We're a small business, small service company. We're growing leaps and bounds. Don't get me wrong, but we don't even have 50 employees here in total. We have 18. We're going to be hopefully putting 19 techs on the road soon. We have a couple of other chats, a couple of other talks. I mean, I can foresee us with all the talks and the things that we have going on and the things that we're doing through media, the relationships we're building, all these different things that are occurring. I can see us to be collectively across the tri-state area at 25 techs by mid-year next year. I'm kind of projecting that. Again, I have to take my time and make sure that things are aligned. Payroll's tough. Payroll's a big thing in our industry. So, and it's a hefty one when you got all these skilled technicians with their expertise. So we got to pay attention to that. But you have any comments?
Quentin at Old Dominion says he's 3 people total.
All right. Well, it's 3 people. Yeah, I mean, it's a small family business. You're busy and you're rocking, and it's one of those things. I mean, and do you want to grow, Quentin? I mean, are you looking to? I don't think I've ever asked Quentin that. Are you looking to put more people on the road, more people in place? Are you looking to get it to 4, 5, 6, 7, 10? I don't know. What are you projecting? What are you looking at? But this is another big one for Smart Care. Horizon Bradco, pretty big company, great company. I've spoken to some of the leadership there. Good people, and it's interesting to see another one, and it makes me wonder what this whole service industry market is going to look like nationally, and who's next.
And it's funny because we kind of touched on this on, when was it, Monday, when we were talking about the robots. All of this stuff is related in terms of where is this industry going to be in 10 years.
Yeah, it is related because you look at the technology part of it, you look at the robot part of it, all this AI. What does the industry look like in 10 years? And all these big companies and private equity and all these different things, they're buying them up. And what again, I don't know what it looks like. And I know certain companies, um, probably a lot of them on the same path as me, looking to build and grow. I think this is, and this is nothing against any of these companies out here. This is just my opinion. I think it's a real opportunity for companies like mine, a real opportunity because we have boots on the ground. We have brick and mortar. We have relationships that are strong and they're getting stronger, especially here. I'm very big. Relationships are everything,
Yeah.
and doing right by people is everything. And listening to your team, hearing them, sitting down with them, the one-on-ones, that camaraderie. We got that. When you're a small business, you got that. And you got people that care. We have an edge in a lot of areas that help. And this is not saying I'm going to edge this one out. It's just about we have an edge in the business sense that we bring that personal touch to it.
And speaking about another business owner that really cares,
Oh, yeah.
Aaron, Aaron Urban says, "What are we doing tonight, Rich? Same thing we do every night, Pinky. Try to take over the world."
That's right. That we are doing that. Welcome to Fed Nation.
We will take over the world.
Yeah, but man, it's very interesting to see all this stuff happening. So to my small businesses out there, definitely jump in the conversation. What are your thoughts on where you think the industry is going to be in 10 years and 5 years, whatever? Where's it headed? Where are you headed? And who's next? Who's next? Again, not to, well, we're going to jump on to the next point, but it's like I said, it's just interesting to watch it all play out, and it's not blindsiding me by any stretch. I mean, the writing's on the wall. Like I said, if I wasn't here, my dad probably would have sold this thing 5 years ago, 10 years ago. But I'm here and I'm not going anywhere, like I said. So for anyone out there wondering, I'm not going to be next. But who's to say in 20 years, when I'm pushing 60, who's to know?
When you're tired.
When I'm tired, when I feel like I'm done, and I think we all know when we're done. We're gonna wait. You'll just wake up one day. It's an accumulation of days that lead up to that moment where you're just like, all right, this is it. It's time to sell or pass the torch. And if I can't pass the torch, I gotta sell.
Yeah.
So building this company for an exit strategy, am I doing that? Absolutely. Anytime soon? Absolutely not. So we're here to stay for a long time. And build up this market really strong. And doing it, we're going to do it by being good to our employees first, and treating them with the care and respect that we preach. And it all trickles down. It all trickles out to the customer, and we're gonna do it right. So we have the edge. I really believe that.
And by we, I imagine you mean smaller businesses.
Yes. I do. Not only just mean me. I mean any small business in the service industry, HVAC, all these different places, refrigeration, cooking. I think we bring that personal touch. A lot of that gets lost. Talk to a lot of people this year. A lot of that gets lost in the shuffle. No one's listening to the little guy, but I am, because I am the little guy, and I'm listening to everybody, and I want everyone to win. And I want everyone to have a voice. And that's what's so big about Fed Nation, the Food Equipment Group. Everyone there has got a voice. Everyone there has got a seat at the table. You join, you're in, you're at the table. Next topic, please.
Next topic. And what was that next topic? Hey, you can't do the heavenly. That's too heavenly.
I don't know what it was. Lisa's hiding the sound effects from me.
Yes, I am.
So next topic. This is something I think I really want to get some input, and I'm probably going to put a poll in the food group, in the Fed Nation, and I can't even talk, in the Food Equipment Digital Disruptor group on Facebook. I'm probably going to put a poll there. I might put a poll on my personal LinkedIn. I want to get some insight from you. the guys and the gals running service. And the question here is, we're talking yesterday, Terry Kelly mentioned in the group about a technician coming out, speaking out of turn a little bit. I'd never seen this, about all these different things, right? What are some things you want your technicians to learn or to know to be politically correct? Because our words matter. So if I was gonna say, we'll put one down. Okay. Never say I didn't see this before. That's one. What's some other ones? Give me some. What are some other things we want technicians to be trained on, to learn, to know, so they can effectively communicate to the customer without hurting any partners, any manufacturers, or even bashing us? I saw Aaron. Aaron, I saw you post yesterday. Even going back, bashing our own people, going into a job, and the tech going to the customer going, "Oh, look at this. Who does your PMs?" And Aaron was like, "We do, idiot. You just bashed your own company."
It's terrible.
Being mindful of the things we say can hurt our business. It can hurt our partners. We have to be mindful. So how do we teach our technicians? I want to know some points. Give me some things that are real, concrete things that need to be delivered to them. And if you give them the phrase on the back of that phrase, you know where I'm going? On the back of that phrase, what's some information and the answer? Why? Give them the whys. Don't say this to a customer. Here is why. We need to train them. We need to teach them.
So we've got always be positive and be professional.
Okay. I like it.
Aaron says never put down another service company, service technician, or manufacturer.
Okay. Write these down, Lisa.
Never say I don't know. Always say we will get this figured out.
I love that. Okay. All right.
We got so far.
All right. We got.
No one has any idea what you're doing.
We can't tell them because it'll be stolen.
That's true.
I'm over here trying to disrupt.
I'll give you guys some insight. So we're working on some training tools for the industry. And aside from that, I believe we would be selling this on the FEDDgroup.com in our store. And I'm bringing this up because I think, based off of what Terry Kelly commented on my post today, we also need some coffee tumblers.
Yes. Yes.
So Aaron says, no one is perfect. Always be positive. Customers are swayed more with positivity and actions, showing you you're awesome, than they are with negativity.
100%. 100%. How do we fit that on the card? So we have to. I want to get some of these things down. I might even reach out to many of you individually in a message or an email or whatever it might be, to get some real strong things together, strong points, so I can make this training tool listen, when I say it's simple and it's back to basics, it's simple and back to basics, but I think it's going to be effective as hell.
Oh yeah.
I think it could be really effective, because sometimes the simplest ways to teach is the simplest ways you learn. So we're going to be teaching very simply, and I think people are going to be learning very simply, having something that a technician can refer to and understand. And this is something you can bring into your meetings. You can go over them. You can make, this is something that could really be a team building thing.
Keep it in the van.
Yes. This would go everywhere with you.
To refer to. And
we probably should put something together behind with the membership, like a QR code that refers them to a website. Once they purchase it, they have access. So they could always have these things available, and we can continue updating things there too.
Yep. I like it.
So I know it sounds a little weird right now, because you probably don't know exactly what I'm talking about, but we're looking to give something. It's somewhere along the lines of soft skills, but it's also just a little bit more of politics, understanding the language we need to be speaking to the customer. So that's something that's going to be coming. And Dan Diber made a good point yesterday too. A lot of times customers are calling manufacturers and saying that the tech said this and the tech said that. And I call my tech and he's like, "What?" He's like, "I didn't even say anything to that guy. I was talking to his boss over here."
But they overheard.
But no. So what I'm saying is, he wasn't talking to that guy. He was talking to this guy about something completely different. He never said these things. But Dan made a good point to say that sometimes the customer will make up lies. They will make up lies to get what they want, which ultimately would be a new piece of equipment, perhaps money back, money off. I don't know what it would be, but it does happen. Happens all too often. I mean, guys are like, I never said that. Rich, I never said that. I told you it's happened to me out there. My words were twisted and turned, and it made me look like I'm like, hold on. I had to call up this guy that in the area here. I said, this ain't my first day. What do you think? I just started. I know what I'm supposed to say. I know how I'm supposed to, represent. It happens. So taking that out of the equation, understanding that happens, there are still times that it could happen, and we need to let our technicians know, especially the newer guys coming in, that there's a language to speak. There's a political game going down in the food equipment industry too. So I think this is going to be a great way to teach and a great way for them to learn. So something coming down the pike. I need your input though. If you had, let's just say we wanted to give 52 great points. What? We wanted to give 52 great points.
Such a specific number.
Whatever. I just threw it out there. 52 points. What would they be? I want to get those down, and I want to decipher them, and I want to pick them apart, and I want to give them the answers. I want to give them here's the message and here's the answer. So we want to do that, and we're going to get there. So each one teach one, and that's what we're going to keep doing here. We're going to help you with team building, and it's going to be a lot of good things I think that come from this. So
Vinny says, I've had situations where customers complain about a piece of equipment for no reason other than stalling the dealer for a final payment. You have to be sharp and always watch your words.
There's things going on that people a lot of people don't understand. The technicians are out there doing their job. They don't necessarily understand what's going on here in-house with the operations, with the nervous system, the central nervous system that supports them and supports the customer and supports the reps and the dealers and the manufacturer. I mean, there's a lot going on here. We have to know how to move and shake and So, and something else just popped in my mind. I'm moving away from this topic before I get into FEDDcon. So, if you remember last week, we were talking about the cost of doing business.
Yes.
Sealant is the cost of doing business. We're not going to pay you. So I had to go back to this person. Okay. And I haven't got a response yet because they said they're not paying for other stuff now.
Oh, okay.
I said, okay. I understand. So please, can you give me a list of things that you believe are the cost of doing business, so I know how to write my letter that's going to let you know what my rates are going to be in the fourth quarter this year, because I'm going to work all that in to make sure that I get to be covered. Because if pipe dough, Loctite sealant's not covered, is the refrigerant I use cost of doing business? Is the high temp wire that I pay $100 a roll for not is cost of doing business? Where I want to know where the line ends. So when I go to you on October 1st and I send you off my letter that says this is the rates that are required for us to continue doing warranty service, I know how to work it in now because I have to be covered for it.
I was going to say it should be black and white, because essentially if they're just going back on every little thing, what is your reference? Do you have a reference to say, oh yeah, they are right, that's not what they're going to pay for or cover? But there is no place that could essentially just be making it up.
Yeah. Everything has a cost to it, Lise. Everything has a cost to it. I even said, is the part, I said, and I put this in the email. I said, I would imagine the part is the cost of doing business, but I still got to buy it. And I make no money on it anymore. I don't make any money on the part anymore. So your $80 an hour is supposed to support me and make this. It cost me $80 to roll a tech to the site. Gas is $3.25. Let's talk about the other stuff too. The cell phones and tablets. The more people we add, the higher that bill gets. Thousands of dollars a month to support the technology. And that's just the phones and the tablets. What about all the other things that we have going on software-wise? Thousands of dollars a month to run. Okay? There's things that, so I have to be nickel and dime. Listen, I don't want to lose $50. It's a lot of money to me. Give me $50. You don't want to part with that so easily, do you?
No.
Me either. And then, listen, her and this person, saying, okay, we're not going to pay you for that for the $6. It's not going to put me out of business. But do that to me 50,000 times a year.
It's just the principle of it.
It will add up, and it will affect my bottom line. So then stop making me buy your part. It's the cost of doing business, isn't it? Labor's the cost of doing business. But you will let me charge you for that. Right? I'm allowed to charge for labor, but that's the cost of doing business. It makes no sense, Lisa.
So we've got David Testa says, we tell our techs when the customer gets really belligerent, don't get into a verbal battle with him or her. Excuse yourself. Call the office and tell the service manager and have him call the customer and talk through it. I like that a lot, actually.
Absolutely, David. I mean, yeah, and I've definitely mentioned this to the guys before. You're not on an island. You're not alone. You know, sometimes these guys call and they're angry. They're like, "Oh, you know, this customer." Relax. I got you. Our service team upstairs, they got you. What's the manager's name? What's the owner's name of the business? Who you working with right now? Why show that the customer? That's him. Okay, listen. Tell him I'm going to call him in 2 seconds. I'm going to go over everything with him. We'll settle it all up. I just had to do this the other day with a customer. We had an instance where a customer called us, new customer, very first time out. I said to my sister, I said, I can't believe we got to this person. I mean, we're not really taking new customers right now, but this guy, I guess, got in, and we went into, he waited for a little while, but we got to him. So it was our technician was on site for about an hour and a half going through things. Plus the trip charge, I think with tax, like $300, let's just say $300. Customer calls up irate because he signed our new customer form. He gave us a credit card. Everything was explained to him. We don't do free quotes. We don't do free diagnostics. These are paid technicians. If you want the information that they're going to give you, you have to pay for it. So we come to find out that this ice machine needed a lot of things. This thing was, my tech was like, Rich, and I have pictures and video. Like, this was never maintenance. Like, it was like 5 years old. It was horrendous. So we gave him a quote and said, this is what it looks like it's going to be to get this thing in optimal shape again. And at the bottom, I put a big disclaimer, but we do not recommend these repairs due to the nature of what we need to do and the price. You could go get a new one.
Yeah.
So he calls irate. He's angry. I'm paying you. You're scamming me. I have to pay you $300 for what? You didn't fix anything. You called me so I can send a certified tech to give you everything that I put on that paper.
Yeah.
You knew none of that before we got there. Now you know all of it. And you spend $300. I understand that. It's a lot of money for small businesses. I get that. But we don't work for free. And I had to pay my tech all that time. There's a lot of stuff that goes into this. So, and talking about this, I talked this guy off the ledge to understand, because he was giving them the business upstairs.
Okay.
I talked this guy off the ledge and helped him understand if you want something from us as a service and you want diagnostics, you got to pay for that. And now he knew, and we did. You're laughing over there, so I'm throwing off. What do we got?
No, I'm laughing because I put some background music behind your rant.
I thought a comment came in.
No. So, oh no, the thing is moving.
Listen, I can ramble for days. We're going way off topic. The bottom line is there's a lot to talk about every day. I think that's the we gather. But yeah, so anyway, back on track. If you're just getting here on the replay, if you're just getting here live, we're about to talk about FEDDcon.
FEDDcon. What are we going to talk about? We didn't prep anything.
Well, no, we're going over the sponsors.
Oh boy, see, I need to be prepped for this.
Oh, come on.
All right, talk about something.
We're going to talk about the silver, I think.
Okay.
Right?
You got it. Can you bring it up? Hold on.
So how's everybody doing out there?
Why don't you tell us about your weekend plans?
I have no weekend plans.
You have no weekend plans?
No. Next week, I will be traveling down to Virginia Beach with my mom and my sister and some people. and it's one of these new things that we're doing now. Pandemic made us open our eyes and say we haven't gone on vacation together in like 10 years, and this is not right. We need to get out there and be with each other while we still can, while we're all still here, healthy and happy. And so new thing, we're going to be doing road trips every year. Last year was Cape May, closer to home. This year we're going down to Virginia Beach, and yeah, we're going to have some fun on Labor Day weekend before we come back and kick ass for the rest of the year.
All right, I'm ready. So
FEDDcon 2022 at the Omni Monte Lucia, Scottsdale, Arizona. We have sponsorship packages open. We're in talks with plenty of people. They are limited spots. I don't know how many silvers.
two silvers.
We have 2 silvers
So,
available right now.
We've gone over Premier, we've gone over Platinum, we've gone over Gold, and that is why today we are going over Silver.
So, so with the silver sponsorship, ladies and gentlemen.
Am I saying that?
Yeah.
With the silver sponsorship, you would have silver recognition on conference signage, a branded swag bag item, a Connection Express booth, which, of course, I love to go over what the Connection Express booth is.
Yes.
So, Rich, take it away. What is the Connection Express?
I don't know. So the Connection Express, this is something unique to our conference and to our group. So it's basically, it's in the simplest form, it's going to be an area where all of the sponsors have their own booth, but it's deemed the Connection Express. And the reason being is we're going to have people flowing through there, having a good time. There's going to be music. There's going to be a coffee bar. There's going to be a lot of different things going down.
But it's also because the Fed Group is the industry's connection
engine. Yes. So we are the connection engine. We're bringing all different types of people together in one room, and it's very unique. I think you're going to have a lot of interesting foot traffic coming by, some new relationships you could build. So that's the Connection Express.
Yes. So, of course, as well with the silver, you are getting your logo link in bio on the event website and event app. You're getting 1 ticket for attendees, early bird discount for additional tickets, and you will also be included in the rotating videos that are going to be shown in between panels.
Sweet. So, yeah, I mean, listen, it's not just all that stuff. It's also showing dedication and commitment to the trades, to what we're doing here at Fed Nation, which is putting the food equipment industry on the map like never before. We're going to give this thing some legs. We're going to be partnering with a lot of different people. This is just the beginning, just the ground floor. I really urge you to continue to show your support and be part of this thing. We're really building something amazing with this community. And it's just beautiful to see. I mean, we got Josh Zolan, we got Taz Sutherland, region leaders in the building. They're going to be letting you know a couple of reasons why you're going to want to be at FEDDcon. So we'll be releasing some things of that nature. There's a lot going on. It's a beautiful thing. You playing music?
They put a very heavenly sound behind you as you were preaching to the people.
That's right. So that's that. We're going to be releasing the inspirational speakers at some point.
Yeah.
Probably after Labor Day.
After Labor Day, yeah, because we are waiting for some promotional content from these speakers.
Yeah,
they are very kick-ass. I know you don't want to just take our word for it, but truly, these are some really cool speakers, and I'm very grateful and that we were fortunate enough to find them.
Yeah,
and that they're interested. Both of them, when we have conversation with them, of course, they probably have never heard of the food equipment industry before, but when we tell them about it, they're like, "Wow, this is really cool."
Yeah, they were like, man, right on. And I feel like we might make some friends out of this and maybe even be able to help and do stuff with whatever stuff that they have going on.
Yeah.
You know, I really do believe that. I think we're going to find that we are building some relationships with these people. And listen, this is the inspire part of the conference. There's many levels to what the Fed Nation is and what the Food Equipment Digital Disruptor Group is and to what this conference is. You know, we want to inspire you. We want you to leave there feeling like I just had an experience. This wasn't just a conference, it was an experience. And what we do in those 3 days together is going to be something you walk away from and you're going to say to yourself, damn, this changed me. I really know I need to do this right now. And I know I need to do that. And you go take action. And it doesn't end. The best part of what we got going on here, it doesn't end. We're constantly in the group, on our media platforms.
Yep.
You know, I mean, even all through pandemic, we never went away. We had happy hours every week. We continued to talk. I put out 24 episodes of people that wanted to talk to me on Fed chats. I mean, we were talking. We were having a good time. We were building relationships digitally. And there's business being done. I just saw yesterday, Terry Kelly said, "Hey, finally sent you over a work order, Jesus." There's business being done. That's the connection engine at work.
I think I need a train sound or something.
Would that have happened? Yeah. But would that have happened? Maybe not.
I don't know.
Maybe not. I'm saying I'm going to go and say if this group didn't exist, some of these relationships might not exist. And that's the whole point of what we're talking about. There are opportunities that exist that you don't even know because you're sitting there behind the screen doing nothing and saying nothing. And I promise you, the world needs your voice. They need to know what you're going through. They want to hear you. They want to talk to you. They want to learn from you. I'm not doing this for my health. Don't get me wrong. I enjoy it, but I'm doing this because I want to make sure that everybody else understands the chips they're leaving on the table, man. You're leaving a lot on the table by being quiet. And I'm not saying you got to get out and jump on and do live streams and do all this stuff. Start simple. I started simple. Little by little, did a little bit more. Here we are today, FEDDcon 22.
So, look at Quinn. He said, I was going to get on the live, but I'm elbow deep in under-counter dishwasher and detergent. Ouch, it burns.
Well, make sure you're okay there, Quinn. Don't worry about this. We'll get you live soon enough, because once we put out episode 2, we're gonna want to have you on the live.
Yes. That was something I was going to bring up when I posted the Through Their Eyes video. The first one is just being reviewed by our sponsor, XOY, as well as Jesus, before we get it posted and premiered. I would definitely like to have Jesus on the live. So after the premiere, people can ask him questions about what's going on in the video, what it's like to do service down in Florida. And then Quentin, of course, since you mentioned it, that you wanted to get on the live, when your video is out, I would love to have you on too.
Yes.
Yes.
I think everybody that we put in this documentary series, we'll call it a documentary style series. We're gonna want to have everybody come back on and kind of go through it.
Chris says, "Drop those videos. They're coming, Chris. I promise." So Rich Buds on LinkedIn says, "Did you hear about the latest Smart Care acquisition?"
So Rich, we talked about that probably the first 10-15 minutes or so of this live. I would love for you to, when we end it, go on back, check it out, and see what you think. Feel free to drop your thoughts. It's another merger in the industry, another acquisition in the industry. We're seeing them all over. We'll probably keep watching and talking about it. If you want to jump on a live with me, let's do it. I don't know. I guess that's it for today, Lise.
I think so. It's a wrap.
It's a wrap. 12:30 p.m. on the East Coast.
Time for me to eat my frozen lunch.
There you go. Chock full of nutrients.
Chock full of nutrients.
And I'm going to go do some things in my own little cubby hole. That's 400 degrees over there. Because it's hot.
It's very hot.
It's 90 degrees out. Full on humidity. I could chew it. I could chew the air out there. So, listen, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Finish the week strong.
Hold on. Wait. Aaron says, let's get a breakfast roundtable.
Set it up.
Aaron, we're going to have to talk about this. Who would you like on this roundtable?
Let's do it, Aaron.
Should it be a live stream? Live stream breakfast roundtable.
We'd have to see. Okay. We'd have to have a moderator. It might be better to not do live.
Do you want to know? Do you want to know what I went to sleep thinking last night? Just really quick.
Uh-oh.
That we never looked into the Fed bus yesterday.
Oh yeah, we didn't. So yesterday we talked about starting our journey to FEDDcon as we go to Arizona, and kind of renting either a tour bus or Winnebago, whatever what is it?
An RV.
An RV. I can't think. And picking people up along the way as we go across the country. That'd be cool.
It would be
But
very great.
I would love it for the content perspective. But I'd also love it just for the continued all ships rise with the tide type thing, like the community that we're building. That would be pretty cool. I don't know. It's not off the table. I think it's something we could talk about.
And I had a thought for the breakfast roundtable,
Okay.
which Taz calls Fed hash round table.
I like it.
We could always pre-record it.
Yeah, I think we should probably
then premiere it.
Yeah.
And do live commentary, like go through the comments. People join in live to ask questions.
You know what? Yeah. So I think I like that. So we could do something where it's pre-recorded to come up with some topics, have someone moderate this thing. We'll edit it, do all that, right? And then show you. So we're going to premiere it live.
Yep.
And then maybe after we premiere it live, maybe we get the people that were on that thing to answer live questions.
Live Q&A. Gotcha.
Something, I don't know, something along those lines.
All right,
I like
Aaron.
that.
Aaron, this is on you. You're doing this.
Right, Aaron. So we're going to be in touch with you. We're going to figure out who, when, where. And then we got to also figure out the topics and what's I think the number one thing is what are we looking to gain from this?
Yeah.
As far as what the topics are going to be, I mean, and how we're going to teach, learn, educate, all that stuff. What do we want to give people? This is what I look at this as is a pure value. We're giving value to people, so we want to make this as valuable as possible. So we'll be in touch, figure out who the panel is going to be, who the breakfast is going to be, and we're really going to eat breakfast. I mean, right? We're going to.
Yeah, I think so. If a magician can, there's a magician out there. He's been featured on like Jimmy Fallon and stuff. He does a show over, I don't know, some live casting service, and he sends you a box, and the box contains, I guess, whatever you need to participate in the show. And it's a magician that does this. So of course we could do this with breakfast.
We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it.
All right.
All right. So we got some interesting things out of this live. I hope again back to the end where we're leaving.
Thank you guys for always adding to the conversation. Honestly, that's what makes this continue and evolve in terms of having a discussion. So keep chiming in.
Yeah. And we're going to keep making an impact for the good, and we're going to keep driving the change that's needed, and we're going to keep disrupting an industry that needs it in the best possible way. So, I don't know what it is. So, as we move to the weekend, I urge you to post some videos. Show us what you got going on in your day. Post it on your own social media. Feel free to go into the Food Equipment Digital Disruptors, post it there. And you'll get some. Listen, we can critique it in a way to let you know, like, hey, listen, this is freaking great. Maybe your lighting was bad. Maybe your audio. We could help you along the way, figuring things out. So you shine. I want to give my hat to Corey Gates, Alpha Omega, putting out a new series. What's your problem? You know, he's doing it. And I'm telling you right now, Corey, if you're watching this or you're watching the replay, keep going. You're just getting started, my friend. You have no idea what 365 days from now looks like when you do that every single week.
Oh, yeah.
Different things will arise. All these things you have in your mind that you want, I know a lot of those opportunities will open their way through the digital.
We can't end this discussion yet.
All right.
Just because I just want to point out that Rich and I started this live stream really just off of a whim on a snowy day. It was a snow day and the office was closed, but you and I had come in here and we were like, you know what? Let's go live. Let's go live. And look at this. Now we've gone on to me having a soundboard and setting up the microphones because folks have been requesting for me to be mic'd up, and now I am mic'd up.
Howard and Robin.
Hello.
Here she is.
And it just evolves. You start somewhere and you keep going, and it's going to continue to change. Tomorrow, I'm actually probably going to have a new intro and a new outro because it just keeps growing. It keeps changing.
It does. And, you know, we're also gonna, we mentioned this, how these things evolve. We're gonna be putting something on that is not gonna be live, but it'll be pre-recorded. It'll be like a show, and we're gonna come this fall, and it's gonna be the cool down with her and me, and we're gonna sit here and we're gonna go through some different topics, not just food equipment industry related, but we'll talk about a lot of different things. It could be business, life, just things in general, in order to bring the industry together in different ways, not just on a fired up like this. So it'll be a little different. We'll probably have live, we'll have call-ins.
Yes.
Not live. We'll have call-ins that will schedule all these different things. It'll be cool. So we'll do some interesting things, and that's gonna evolve. I mean, I don't know what first episode's gonna look like yet.
No, we don't.
So keep going.
Just
Start and keep going. And if you're going to be at FEDDcon conference, I hope to see you there. Josh and I are going to be jumping on a Zoom.
Tomorrow.
We all are. We're going on a Zoom tomorrow. We're going to be going over some of the content that we're going to be punching you in the face with, metaphorically, at FEDDcon conference when we go on. We're sharing the stage. We're going to be talking about all this stuff. And my hope is to get you guys fired up and leave there thinking, you can conquer the world because you can. And there's so many opportunities. Stop leaving money on the table. Stop leaving relationship building on the table. Stop leaving the opportunities you didn't know exist on the table. Someone's going to take them. Someone's going to take them. So pay attention to what we're saying. Pay attention.
That's a wrap now.
That's a wrap now. So we're out of here. Thanks for joining us. If you made it the whole way, thank you for being here. It's a long one.
Yeah.
Thursday, working our way to the weekend, Labor Day, end of summer. Things are moving. So get out there with the rest of your day. There's a whole big, beautiful day ahead of you. Make it count, ladies and gentlemen. Please don't waste your times. The times or the moments right now. They're important. So go be productive. Go execute. Go do your thing. I'm here if you need me. Just reach out. Lisa's here too.
Yeah.
Have a beautiful day. See you mañana.